Hi there, my name is Ron Rogers, and this video is about old electronic test equipment. Some of you are interested in my video on, and this is geared towards the electronic people who follow me. Some people like my old video on satellite parts that were rather ancient compared to the new ones, and this is about some old test equipment that has some, actually, I think, somewhat interesting stories here. This is an oscilloscope. I think it's been called a pocket scope. It was given to me by a nuclear physics grad student. I was in the 8th grade back in '63 or so, and I was doing science fair projects, and he gave me this oscilloscope because, you know, it's nice to have a oscilloscope when you're doing that sort of thing. And it still has all of its original components. I've not done any refurbishment, which some people have said it's amazing. None of the capacitors destroyed themselves. Look at that, the tubes work. Now it's dirty. Yeah, it's dirty. It's an old oscilloscope. It was used, he said, in a company he worked for. It was a field testing type of oscilloscope. But, some of you people who have been around for a while, you will get a kick out of some of these capacitors and components. But the thing reasonably still works. I haven't actually used it as such because I was able to get a much newer oscilloscope. See, there's actually a trace there. Where'd it go? Okay, there's the trace. It works sort of. I was actually able to get a newer oscilloscope, and because of its age, it was given to me free. Actually, the Tektronix scopes I used in engineering school, my degree's in electrical engineering, the ones I used in that school are actually considered totally ancient by today's standards, of course. And even there's some that are ancient that I would love to have if I could buy them surplus. But see, this has a much better quality of construction. It actually has integrated circuits in there, more decent capacitors, as you can see. The soldering is interesting though here. This doesn't look like it was the standard run through a trough type of dip soldering. I'm not sure. It looks like it may almost be hand soldered. And here is the bottom. You can get a better view of some of the workmanship back here. But anyway, that's old test equipment. And this is my ham radio station. Now, those of you who are ham radio operators know that this stuff is ancient. A TS520S Kenwood, my first transceiver back in the late 70s, and an Atlas 350 XL. I also have a Johnson Viking Thunderbolt amplifier here. And those of you who are into old test equipment, I'm on a couple of Facebook groups that talk about old meters like this, and this one still actually works, and I still use it. Oh, and just a very quick tour here. This, my wife calls this my toy box. I've got two airplanes. One of them is a biplane that's getting some work on it because they had a service bulletin on the center spar. I fly aerobatics in that, open cockpit aerobatics, and that's where I keep the pontoon boat in the winter, and all of my junk. The kids are going to love me when I die for this. And this is my workshop area and stuff like that. I've got my ham radio station out here because at the airport there's virtually nobody around and I don't bother anybody. And one other thing I want to show, if you're still with me, is a homebrew linear amplifier. It's a grounded grid configuration if you're ham radio people and familiar with that. And there's some of the construction here. This is a homemade one, and that's my workmanship on the front, and it uses 4 811As and a couple of really heavy capacitors and transformers. This thing is heavy. It's not as heavy as the Johnson Viking Thunderbolt, which weighs 135 pounds. That's a real check there. Weight testing check. Anyway, those are, see, it's still running over here. Those are some old pieces of test equipment I thought some of the viewers might enjoy seeing. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon.